Okay, interesting question. I haven't heard this before. Delia asks, and she quotes this Dr. Ken Johnson, who's CEO of Bible Facts Ministries. I'm not familiar with him. But he mentioned that the Nephilim may have created the current tunnels in Gaza. Do you think it's possible, and partly why they are so large? Have you heard this before? I have not heard this.
No. I highly doubt this. And so, one of the things that you got to be careful, especially when you're, obviously I'm not going to be condescending towards you, but you need to have good sources when you're on the internet, and you're throwing up letters, THDCEO of Bible Facts Ministries. And letters don't give authority. And so you have to take what anybody says and compare it to what Scripture has to say. And so the Nephilim, you see in the book of Genesis in chapter 6, and it says, when the sons of God saw the daughters of men, saw that they were fair, they came into them and had children with them. They cohabited with them, and they had children. And the Nephilim were the result of these satanic angels cohabiting with women and having children by them. And then later on, you have the same thing in the area of the Middle East, in the area of Israel and Edom, and some of the areas to the east of the nation of Israel. And in all those cases, God had those groups of people destroyed. I don't know that there are Nephilim in Gaza. And so I don't know what he's talking about. If he's talking about Nephilim doing this back during the time of biblical times, like the time of David, or even pre-flood times, I've got a problem with that. I don't think that that's the case. It looks to me like the tunnels in Gaza were built by Hamas specifically. Those guys have been getting millions upon millions of dollars for decades now, and they haven't spent it on any of the infrastructure in Gaza. They have no water treatment plants. They have no, it's like all the stuff that the Gazans need, whether you're talking about power, whether you're talking about water, all the basics are coming from Israel. And so these guys are taking money that's been poured out to the Gazans, and they're taking that money and they're using it for weapons and military infrastructure. And so I think that's where the tunnels come from. I wouldn't put that on Nephilim. You'd have to have some around, unless he's talking about tunnels that have lasted for thousands of years. And all the indications that you get from the Israelis is that they're finding tunnels that are man-made and dug by the Gazans. So,
yeah.